or the enemy, or who is the Antichrist for you? What means that?
The Antichrist.
Yes.
Well, I will not tell you exactly the Antichrist, but the Antichrist is gonna be a white Aryan, but a different, a transhumanistic being. Very different. The devil is very tactical. I don't want to talk much about it, on Facebook, but it's gonna be an Aryan, a white guy combined with technology. As I will tell you, just a little indication.
Now, back to World War II. What was exactly happened to Hitler?
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, what happened to him? Is he alive? Is he used by some other Freemasons where his money come from? So why this Second World War even happened, and how could the so-called Jew? Why is it true that he how can I say that he was against those Aryan, let's say those Aryan Jews, or Caucasian Jews, because he knew that they are not the true Jews?
No, not really. What happened was it's a complex thing. You see, what happened was in Europe there were black people for real, and of different origins, black people, and there are many of the Europeans. But what you can know is that in the time of Hitler, one of the job was to destroy all ancient artifacts. For example, there were a lot of black statues of black people in Germany. Hitler destroyed it. Hitler destroyed also a lot of Jewish books. And what they did was they started killing them, and only the survivors that were there, that were of the brainwashed people. They were brainwashed to make them believe that they are Talmud believers. Not all of those survivors are Talmud believers. Some of them were more like West African in their belief system and their linguistic too. But they are different Hebrew, and that was all manipulated through the Nazis. And it was not even manipulated through the Nazis. This thing was done because of Martin Luther did it too, the Germans back then. He also attacked the black population, Jews. In fact, he was even insisting on slavery on them. So the thing, it was at many, many stages. So what you have now is a combination of Edomites and Israelites among them. That's, again, one of their tactics. So Hitler was an Edomite, and he did that for intention to cover up the ancient history. That's why they destroyed the statues of black people, destroyed the Hebrew books, they burned them, because they need to censor history, change history. That's what they say. It's the ruler that it's the winner that writes history. You know that?
Okay.
Because now what you're displaying is another game. It's another game again. You understand what I'm saying? It's another game, and they work with spirits, spirits that know genealogy, and there will be Jews when they're gonna kill the Jews. There will be some leftover Jews that are real Jews, and the fake Jews, okay, they're gonna get out of it, and just like this, you have maybe like 10 Jews per Jews, okay. 2 of them are real Jews. Even white, and 8 of them are fake Jews. The 8 fake Jews, when the spirit they're going to use, they're going to draw them out. The 2 real Jews are going to stay there. And then the other black ones, which are also there, we're also going to stay there. And then they're going to make a sacrifice. They're going to blow up a bomb.
Okay.
That's the tactic they are game.
And he had some technologies and all those things, and nuclear weapons from the First World War, from Einstein, all those things. So what is with that? Because he was even doing human experiments.
Yes, he did with Jewish people human experiments. They make on people rituals too, on top, not even experiment, the rituals, what I'm saying. Because what the Germans did to the Nazis, that's the same thing they did in Uganda. Before all these concentration camps and these gas and all this experiment, before it came to the Jews in Germany, was done already to the people in Uganda from the German, from the Kaiser.
Okay.
You see, the same game they're playing. Now, Hitler didn't die. Hitler had a doppelganger. Hitler was in South America because when the Mossad was trying to send, there were eyewitnesses that Hitler, after his supposed death, was found in America.
And you believe that, yeah?
It's real. It's not fake. It's real. Because Hitler already had a hotel. The Nazis had a hotel in Argentina and stuff like this.
So, what happened exactly to the Second World War? Why did that happen? Because normally,
I told you, it's to cover up, to reinforce the Jewish state for the new sacrifice they're going to do in the land, and many things. That he says that, okay, in one book he says that the real Jews are the Negroes, Of course they know that they are the Negroes. Because they know that, but this was part of the plan. You see, it's part of the plan. You see, it's even though he knows it's a Negro, and he's speaking one way. Remember, you're dealing with a snake. A snake speaks one way, and the other way this way. You don't speak straight. Okay? Because Jews kill Jews, white Jews kill other white Jews. And those real Jews are really of black descendants, but they cover up their history.
so now
white Jews, there were also black people that were killed, and brown people. Well,
that's why he was building up these UFOs to take in these people in other planets or something like that.
He did that too.
Hitler did it too.
Hitler did it too. He had a secret place in this world, a secret place, okay, where he built high-tech machinery. What happened was the German Jews that were in slavery, because it was slavery, what happened to the German Jews, that were called Arbeitslager, working place, they had to build machinery building parts. But they didn't know what the machinery building parts are. Some were for war machines, and some were for UFO technology, which was taken and transported through ships to other places. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they assembled it in another different place in this world. And the United States worked with the Nazis.
Of course they did.
They worked together from beginning to ending. They worked together.
So why did he cross the white people, the white tail? He tried to tell them they are Aryans and stuff.
Why did they say Aryan?
Because normally they came by Arena in the Middle East there, right there, no?
Well, the word Aryan is the word for the Persians.
Of course.
They're called Iran or Iran, And the reason they came up with the word Aryan because there's a source of racism behind it, coming from the East. That's all. Which is a part of Persian group that were mingled with reptile beings. So they claim that they were Aryans. But
he tried to cross the white and the white people because he was seeing that some whites, if they are crossed like half caste or something black is inside them, that was like for him not clean enough. That's why he was even killing
exactly
white people.
Yeah.
Because it's like you say, there are some white people, they are normally black.
Yeah.
But you said that it's we must understand that before that we had in the ancient times UFOs. They came to take some of our brethren and take them to Mars.
Well, not ancient times. At ancient times also, but we're not talking about ancient times. We're talking about even recent times.
Even now.
1900s. But I want to show you something, and I'm going to ask you. You know, called Werner von Braun.
I heard from her. Yes.
Okay. Now, why do you think his name is von Braun?
It's von Braun. It's a name. Yeah, it's a name. This is.
It means something. It's a history. Why do you think it's Werner? Why is the name of Hitler's wife Eva Braun?
Yes, he says nice to know. It can't be that there's something brown inside them, no? Why not?
Yeah, but you know, Edom was also brown, was also black.
Yes, of course.
You know? So there were black and black people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know? There were good Israelites and there were evil people here. Black people. You understand what I'm saying? Because there was a place in Hanover, in the Hanoverian kingdom, they call it the Bruns, the Browner, which were brown black people. And out of one of this particular group, they generalized it the Browns. Okay? That's where you get Werner von Braun.
But a lot of people say they were all Moors.
Moors, yeah. Under that Moors, there were evil Moors and good Moors.
So the Moors and the Israelites are the same people?
Some, yeah, because the word Moor is just to say like black. Not everyone that is black is an Israelite.
Of course not.
You understand what I'm saying? And this were some of them called Werner von Braun, which came from that. Now there's Eva Braun. Now what you have to understand is that who was the one that built NASA and the mission to Mars and all this plan for NASA and the technology? Who was the one? It was Werner von Braun. He built rocketry for Russia, the Nazis, and the United States of America. That's why when the NASA landed, they said the eagle landed fulfilling the book of Obadiah example. Because Werner von Braun was in the rocketry technology and all this satellite and all this came from him. And Werner von Braun was a Nazi, was part of the Nazi military. Why is it that the so-called Mossad, the secret agents of Israel, did not kill him?
I don't know, bro. Go on.
Because they are hiding something. Because they want the high technology to be there. Just like what's this guy? There's one guy, I forgot his name. You know? He became United Nations leader in 1978. That guy became United Nations leader in 1978, was a Nazi, worked for the Nazis. Why wasn't he killed from the Mossad? Why did the European allow him to be the chief of United Nations? Because normally they should have killed all of them.
But they took them, right?
Huh?
But they took them.
No, they didn't kill him. They allowed him to be ruled after that.
Yeah, they took them. There was like, let's take the engineers and the smart people. Like they did in Africa before.
Nazi scientists went to America.
It's the same thing like they did in Africa before, you know, to our Asian people. They took the people who are smart, the kings, the strong people, and took them to America and somewhere else. And the copy keepers and the other ones that was doing agriculture, they leave them there.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but the Hebrew Americans today they don't know those things. Um, but exactly. Do you believe? Do you believe in like you told before? Do you believe that the Most High create the universe? And in the verse again in the Bible, like you told me, can you explain me that again? Like you,
universe.
yeah, you say that the word is not word, but it's universe.
I saw okay. I saw what I'm telling you last time.
Yes, that he created the universe, so that he created many planets.
Yes. When I'm saying the word matter, okay, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I heard you saw that I heard it and I worked with it. So
The word matter is the word aratiza, or what they say erex or erese or not aratiza. That means matter, and that I told you matter means something that takes up space, volume, and mass. And these are those in the planets, those what we call heavenly bodies in the world. You understand?
mhm.
So when the Bible talks about anything in that particular matter, is the word used as a matter or the material. And when you say, I will cast you onto the four corners of the matter or the material, it's not talking about only on the earth, it's talking about going out. That I showed you last time, sent you a picture of what a 600 BCE synagogue, what happened. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But to understand the four corners back then by 600, we still a degenerated astronomy. Because 600 BCE, if you go to the ancient Hebrew astronomy, it's much higher, more different than you think. That's why they came up with the flat earth. The concept of the flat earth was a Eurocentric tradition. Never was it a Hebrew thing. Because the Mosai is science. He knows all.
Of course, that's why we learned it, no? That's
But
why.
but when they say earth, then the people always think about the planet earth. And the word earth is actually occult. You know that it's the name of a god. God from the Sumerian deity, Erdu.
People tell Gaia. What is Gaia? This has to do something with Earth.
Gaia is a god of the Greek geometry.
Yes.
Gaia, you see, Gaia, which is a geometric thing dealing with shapes.
So he created he created the world. Now the Asian Christians. So you say that in ancient times Christ was dealing with dinosaurs.
Of course, dinosaurs were around because
So this not happened in 2000 years ago.
yes, the dinosaurs were I was around. Yeah,
How long? What date exactly? So what?
dinosaurs. The dinosaurs we don't know exactly, but we know that the Roman Empire, over many period of time, and the Europeans have just killed the dinosaurs.
Um, but in the time of Christ or the time of Enoch?
Much more later. The time of Enoch is another story. The giant ate dinosaurs. But the dinosaur was rescued by Noah. You see? It's only after the flood the dinosaur repopulated. In archaeology, you can find it historically only that the archaeologians they hide those information that dinosaurs coexisted with human beings. It was the Roman Empire and those empires like Egyptians, the Romans, those people that big buildings,
Okay.
used dinosaurs and used their body for technology, for sacrifice, many different things. Like the Chinese eat dinosaurs before. It was the food, you know.
That's why you can see them on the wall.
Well, that one is, that one in Chinese, dragon means something else as you think. Dragon symbolizes something else. It's in the culture, you know. I don't know how to explain it. It's complicated. I have to look it up again. But yes, dragon has also to do with dinosaur. Also, in one aspect in some mythology, they meant dinosaur. Yes, but that's what they call the mystical dragon. You see, the word dragon, when you go in the old time in the Bible, dictionary 1611, the word dragon means dinosaur. But it's what we call mystical dragon that is mentioned in the book of Revelation.
Of course.
You know, there are two different dragons: the real dragon and the mystical dragon, which is the demonic dragon.
But we have no scriptures about dinosaurs in the Bible living in the time of Christ, right?
No, we do not have a scripture of dinosaur living in the time of Christ, but we do know that the area of other history of the hunting of the Roman Empire around the area from Israel that dinosaurs exist. That's all we know. We know that it's there. False. They must not say dinosaur. No, but dinosaur was normal. We know about dinosaur even in our ancient oral African history. In the Yoruba, we know dinosaur. Mentions about dinosaurs.
Okay.
Yeah, eyewitnesses there.
Again, so Hitler knew about the black skinned white Hebrew Israelites, so that's why he was fighting them.
That was one of the reasons he fought, and to change the history to destroy the history of the past, because there's something that happened between the Moors and the Europeans in Europe.
Of course.
You know, so they try to cover up, but you see, it's all about cover up. You see, a lot of the history that we have, the timeline is all written by the Catholic Jesuit and all that from our enemies. So anything they give us in history is different. If you listen to what the Native American history about what really happened, you know, and compared to the white people, it's a two different history. The Native American will tell you that we came from Africa. And even the ancient Native American were black Negroids. They came from Africa. Before there was Columbus, Africans from West Africa, we used to sail to America from Mali.
But you say we had also technology that was bringing us before the time of the first eagle has landed on the moon in other planets.
Yes, that is over different periods of time.
And
different periods of time and places.
So then you say that some of those travelings, this means some we would call them aliens today, they came to take in some of our brothers to other planets too.
Yes.
And later those brothers came back.
And they will be coming back, yeah.
That's why you say they will come from the four corners of the earth, of the matter, of the universe. This means they will come with their spaceships back to Earth.
Exactly, because it fulfills the prophecy. We don't know if it's going to be spaceship. We don't know if it's going to be like a beaming. The Most is going to beam them here. We just know they are going to come back. By what means, I don't know. Understand? We don't know how the Most is going to do that. But they could come back in a spaceship. They could come back variant. We don't know.
And those our brothers, can we contact them, or how can we help them?
We're not allowed to contact them. You see, That is the job that the Edomites. The Edomites want to contact them. We are not supposed to contact them. The only one we contact is the Most High, and the Most High will do it.
There in the other planet, right?
Exactly. That's not our job.
Is there, you say only Mars, or is there some other planets they live in? Or are they spread out in all kind of planets, or only Mars?
Planets in the world, in the universes.
So they're everywhere.
They could be potentially very close everywhere, and or in a galaxy and stuff like this.
If we take the space camps, they go all over the planets. Why we cannot see them?
No, yes, that's not true. The space camps, that's not true. In fact, the Catholic Church owns the biggest space camera, right? They call it a telescope. In fact, the one in Arizona is called Lucifer by the Catholic Church. And they do see, they have been report that they see about it and they have confessed. Yes, they do see. In fact, you can see it yourself. There's a special telescope. You must buy a special telescope, and you could see it yourself. You can build it in your balcony, balcony, and you can see them. They are all over. They're flying. Yes.
Interesting.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not lying. It's
But the what is the mission of those people who were taken?
Slavery. Slavery. You see, the devil is just like Egypt. Look at the $1. Why do you think the triangle is hovering over the pyramid in the $1 bill? Because that is the UFO. The illumination from the aliens.
Okay, so you want to...
Slavery. See, slavery is Egypt. That this is the spiritual house of bondage. Those places, they use them for slavery because they use slave labor to work for them to build. And it did not all of them are Israel, but some of them are Gentiles too. And some of those ones were genetically modified, which produces alien beings, which the angels used to do. If you go in ancient archives, this is what the angels do. That's what they do. They modify the human genes, make different kind of species.
So you want to say our brothers, they are looking different right there?
Some could look different. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about not brother or not brother of Israelite or of nation. Some could have been lost and they could look totally different. Yes.
Like the Star Wars movies or something like that.
How you call it the Star Wars again? The Star Wars movie is just a preparation for the mind. It's just a mental preparation, like Enterprise, Star Wars. It's a mental preparation for the mind to accept alien beings. That's all. Sort of psychological warfare. That's why if you go to Mexico, one of the governor there, he married a crocodile.
Okay.
Well, America, hear about the police arresting a man who raped a crocodile in his backyard.
Oh, really?
News. It's funny, but it's real. This bestiality.
Yes. Bestialism.
It's sin. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You see, all this is genetic modification. That's why, sometimes you see in ancient statues. In fact, that's what they do now. Did you know that human heart is illegal now in Europe for 2 years now, was it? When you watch the news, it's what they do. It's not illegal that pig heart, the heart of human being, or organs of human beings are grown in pigs or animals like sheep and cows. Did you know that?
Oh, that's bad.
and then they kill the pig. You know, when they take out the heart, or the cow, when they take out the heart, they will cut the animal. They use the heart for the human who needs a new heart, and they use the animal part and sell it in the store to eat.
I know that it might be not good to eat all kinds of food here in Europe or in all kind of places where we
That one we have
scattered.
to be careful, what you eat.
Yeah, it's not it's even taking your powers if you are in prayers and stuff. I know that very good because it's some food is not good for prophets, brother. They're making you weak.
Yeah.
Even if you have a woman or something like that, they will make your sexuality weak and stuff.
Mm.
Um, how can we get them there? How can we? What will happen in the fights in the World War III? Because how can we unite and fight back? What do you think? How will that happen?
Well, that's the thing. I believe World War III will happen between supernations. I don't know exactly, but I believe there's a prophecy talks about it that the nations like pottery, will destroy them. We have to allow them to. We have to be in defense more, and
Mhm.
allow the enemy to destroy themselves more.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
We have to be in peace because we have to prepare ourselves for the fourth World War, the fifth World War, or maybe the sixth World War.
This is it. It's like the fight in Yosafat because in the fight in Yosafat, a lot of people think we should fight them there. So a lot of Hebrew going back to Jerusalem because they think this is the Jerusalem and they might live there with the Gentiles or
Yeah, but the Armageddon is a fake story. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's all a new play, a new Armageddon. Everything's gonna be a fake story. It's an act, a Hollywood of itself.